Transfer day is upon us, and we are about to be showered in all the gifts that come with transferring your 1620 off the Ignite servers. But I would urge you to think a little bit more about this newly acquired 1620 on your main server. I don't know about you folks, but I had some immense copium that my whole roster with 2 weeks prep would be able to hit 1660 with ease. My main that was fully advanced honed instant transmissions itself with tier 4 to 1660. My breaker, whom had 1 through 10 advanced honing, had a somewhat easy time. It was when I got to my third character, whom only had their weapon done, that I realized the true despair. I had to throw every possible resource at it, and still the lack of shards and blue crystals made it apparent how much gold I was throwing away at the auction house. I am currently in the final phases of getting my main 1680, and the apparent disparity between characters whom have had advanced honing in tier 3 and those who didn't is more present than ever. My main is doing essentially the same honing to reach 1680 as my war dancer did to reach 1660. I fear the prospect of pushing 1680 on a character that has not even touched any advanced honing at all. So here's my plea. We will be getting a character at 1620 primed and ready to swap to 1640 immediately. 99% of folks won't put a second thought to this. The prospect is too alluring to get started in tier 4 ASAP and begin farming materials. This isn't necessarily the wrong call either. Like I said, shards and blue crystals are a hard block, and beginning the farm immediately is probably wise and potentially the right call. But I would like to bring attention to the transfer rewards. We are getting a stupid amount of bound gold, and notably 30 echidna scales. 30 scales would allow you to temper your weapon, or 2 pieces. Let's just say you ran a normal echidna. You could get 3 pieces or 4 if you buy box in your first week. There's plenty of different orientations you can do to get to 1640 week 1 using advanced honing and saving T3 ancient armor pieces for when you eventually get the scales to convert. Doing this method fully comes down to your priorities and even materials in the safe storage. I don't know about you, but I have millions of T3 shards just sitting in the storage idle for the foreseeable future, and the rest of the T3 mats have seen a relative dip due to T4 taking over. Also, don't be fooled, advanced honing's gold cost alone for 3 pieces for 1 through 10 averages around 50k a piece, and that doesn't account for the materials. I think longtime vets and probably newer players should probably consider this, as this painful cost will assist with a lot of painful honing when you get to T4. Longtime vets probably have a large storage of mats in the bank for T3 unless they have fused every bit upwards into spare taps, and probably have 6 gold earners in tier 4 already, so the loss of holding T3 a little bit longer won't hurt their overhead at all. And saving time and cost with pre-advanced honing will benefit them a lot. For newer players, they may want to take this part slow, so progging hard mode Thamine, hard mode Volus, and normal Echidna, and slowly getting advanced honing may be the route they want to take. I do think the temptation to get 20 free eye levels and get to the new systems is too alluring, but advanced honing will hold some value for them. In the end, this is just my attempt at bringing attention to this potential early cost to relieve pain later down the line. As someone who has been slowly going bald from pushing characters without advanced honing to 1660 just to experience the Ark passives, I just wanted to pose this idea for those of whom are about to have the option once again. It all comes down to what you value and where your roster is at. So whether you give it a brief thought or a more deep one, just having it acknowledged is all that matters to me. Hopefully this video has helped someone out there. Check out my previous video if you haven't gone to 1620 yet, as it shows the fastest way to achieve it in just a few hours on the Ignite servers, or check out my new and returning playlist for helpful guides for those trying to find a bearing in Lost Ark. My name is EasyBreak, take it easy.